And we're going to get started. So, welcome to the call. My name is Roger Garth, and it's my pleasure to be your host for the call tonight. So, we've got a great call that we're going to have for you this evening, and we've got huge numbers of people calling from all around the world to listen to this right now. I know we've got people on from Australia, I know we've got people on from Denmark, we've got a bunch of people in Lagos all sat around watching at the same time as well, so welcome to each and every one of you. Let's get on with what this call is all about. So tonight's call is all about showing you how to get rid of all of your financial problems once and for all using a simple system that's working for hundreds of people all around the world. We're going to show you how ordinary people are making extra money without selling anything to their friends, without having to recruit their friends, and without having any experience or any kind of special qualifications, just using their mobile phone. What we're going to show you is literally how easy it is for everyone to make money these days. It's not really a secret. I mean, all around the world, other people are doing it. Other people have got people working for them. Other people have their money work for them. And other people always seem to make money no matter what happens. So why not you? Surely it's got to be your turn at some point in time, hasn't it? The reason all these people are actually making money and making successes for themselves is because they know where to get advice about money. They also know when to take that advice, and they actually do something about it. They take action on the advice because they understand about money and making money work for them. Now, this guy wrote a book about it. His name is Robert Kiyosaki, and the book's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's holding his hand right there. He wrote a follow-up book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad 2, which had that diagram on it. It's called the cash flow quadrant. And in that book, Robert Kiyosaki said, everyone in the world fits into one of four categories. On the left, you're either employees or self-employed. And that's 95% of us. 95% of the people in the world either have a job or they own a job. Rather than owning a business, they own a job. They must be there to work, otherwise they don't get paid. The other 5%, they're the business owners and the investors, the people who work, who just let their money do the work for them. The amazing thing is that 5% own 95% of all the money in the world. It's a bit unequal and a bit unbalanced. So the question is it possible for you to move from one side of that equation to the other? And we believe the answer is yes. And we're going to show you today exactly how you can do just that. So I want to introduce you to a company called Kuvera. Now, Kuvera is a US-based company. They were started back in 2012. They're floated on the stock market in the United States, and they're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. Every single one of those factors is important to you. And the reason they're important is quite straightforward. When we're talking about making money work for you and talking about any kind of investments, dealing with the US-based company is hugely important for no other reason that it is the most regulated country in the world. Companies based in the United States have to jump through more hoops than anyone else to prove that they are whiter than white, they're legitimate and above board. The fact the company was formed in 2012 means they've stood the test of time. The majority of new start companies fail in their first 2 years, first 12 months. And the majority of those that survive 12 months fail in the second 12 months, which is where my 2 years came from. Kuvera has been around for more than 7 years now. Or in their 7th year right now. In fact, we did more business last year than we did in 5 years before that, because we are literally accelerating like crazy at this moment in time. The fact that we're floated on the stock market in the USA means this company has been thoroughly checked out. Before any company is allowed to be floated on the stock market, the regulators of that stock market send their own lawyers in and they scrutinize the company to make sure that everything is legit again. And only when the company, when the lawyers have been through the company, when they've checked the directors out, when they know exactly what the company does it do exactly what it says it should do, only at that point do they then send the accountants in. And when the accountants go in, they want to make sure that every penny is accounted for. There's nothing secret, nothing hidden anywhere. And at that point, they get floated on the stock market. What that means to you is someone else has already done the homework for you. They've been thoroughly researched, and everything you need to know about them is available for you to check out. The fact that they're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau means that, yes, it's an American company, but it's a company with a worldwide reputation. And they're prepared to put their reputation on the line by giving us the highest rating that they give to any companies in the world. That means you can have a lot of faith in the company that you're getting involved with. But what is it that Kuvera do? Because the chances are good that until you've come on this call, you've probably never heard of the company. Well, Kuvera is a financial fitness company. They teach people how to make the money work for them, and they provide technology that takes the guesswork out of investing. And they do that by providing a number of different products. And the first one I'm going to talk about works in the biggest single marketplace in the world, and that's the Forex market. The Forex market is worth more than $5.4 trillion every single day. And I said trillion, not billion. That's more than just about every other marketplace in the world, more than the motor industry, it's more than oil, more than movies, more than music, all put together. It is incredibly big. There are billions and billions of dollars in profit that are won and lost every single day on the Forex market. Now, wouldn't it be great if there was a way that you could profit from all of that with no experience whatsoever? And there is, and that's what we're going to be talking about right now. So, the first product that we have is a product called FX1. And in a nutshell, we've got experienced Forex traders that will send you live alerts to your mobile phone when there is a trade that you can profit from. The way it works is really quite simple. We tell you what trades you can take and when you should take them. We tell you how to take the trade. We literally teach you how to actually do that and how you can take the profits. All you need to do is copy and paste the information that we send you from one app into a different app on your mobile phone. It's a process that takes a matter of minutes every time a trade alert comes through. And it works really, really well. The live alerts come through whenever the markets are open, anywhere in the world, Monday through Friday. The Forex markets don't work at the weekend, but they do work Monday through Friday. When they come through, you just get signals on your phone that look a lot like the ones that you can see on your screen right now. Now, when these trade alerts come through, you just copy and paste the information from one app into a different app. The profit goes into your own personal broker account every single day, and you get to access the profits whenever you want them. Now, if you look on your screen at the moment, you can see a few phone screens there, and you can see lots of green and red in it. And they're there for a reason. Wherever you can see the little green blob, that's actually a tick on a screen. Those green ticks are all winning trades, and the red crosses are trades that we've sent through that lost. Now, why am I mentioning losses? Because we've got to be completely honest with you. We cannot tell you that every single trade that we're ever going to send you wins. Anyone who tries to tell you that they have the perfect system that can predict the future with 100% accuracy, they're making it up. Some of our trades lose, but the majority of them win. As you can see, there's more green on there than there is red. And the fact is that as you deal with more and more of these trades, you will make more and more money. You get to stay in control all the time. Now, to get started with this costs you $279.99. And then there's a monthly subscription of $199 a month. Now, I guess at this point, you're probably thinking, that sounds like a lot of money. Is it worth it? Well, I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now. And I'm going to introduce you to a few people who are actually doing this right now. They're taking these trade alerts and they're actually making some profit from it. And we'll ask them whether they think it's worth it. So the first person I want to go to is a guy that I've known for probably about 6 months now. He's based in Northampton. His name's Tez Clark. Tez, can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me, Rog?
Yep, certainly can. Tez, do you want to tell everyone, tell people first of all what it is you do for a living and how you came to get involved with Kuvera?
Well, yeah, first of all, I used to be involved with all the potions and lotions and that sort of thing in network marketing. And it was kind of just one of them things that just wasn't really going that great, and it was, you know, it was just taking so long to do anything and get any results with a lot of things. And then I spoke to our good friend Sam Brooks, who you'll hear from later on, and he basically convinced me, you know, like just having a quick chat, told me all the benefits what Kuvera had, and within like 24 hours, I was like signed up. I was in. It was
Okay.
no great.
So you're doing these trade alerts now, Tez. Tell us what your experience of sending these trade alerts, or working with these trade alerts is.
Yes, I mean it's not. It's nothing hard or anything. I think when I've never done it before, you know, joining Kuvera, it was something that I think when I looked at it, I was always a little bit dubious. Thought, wow, you know, am I going to be able to do that? Because it's, I think to myself, I'm not great with numbers. But it was just so easy because it's just basically copying one bit of information from one area, popping it in another. It's just simple, really.
Okay, and what kind of results have you been getting?
I've been very good, actually. Even like yesterday, what was it? I think I took over £100 yesterday, just
okay,
in profit. So, you know, and my last few weeks have been really good.
So £100 yesterday in one day.
Yeah.
And we're talking about a subscription of $199, about £160 a month.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a no-brainer then, yeah?
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Brilliant. Tez, thank you for that. Okay, I'm going to move on quite quickly because there's a number of other people, and I did see someone sat here and he seems to have disappeared from his screen, but Lee, are you around? Ah, there he goes. Lee. Okay, let's introduce you to a guy I met for the first time at the weekend, and Lee has only been with us for probably just about a week, Lee?
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
Okay. Lee, do you want to tell everybody, first of all, where you come from and what you do for a living?
Yep, I'm from a little place called Hyde, near Manchester, Stockport. And I own Cheshire Carpet Cleaners, a reputable carpet cleaning company that I set up 5 years ago. And because of that, I've been able to put money into things like this.
Okay.
And today I've had a fantastic day.
Okay, so we've got a quick plug for the carpet company. Well done. So, Lee, you got started a week ago.
Yeah.
How have you done for the last week? Because we're talking to people about getting involved with something that's going to cost them $280 to get started, $199 a month. Is it going to be worth your while? What's your experience been in the last week?
Well, I'll start off with today alone. Today alone, the gold market has been very volatile, and I've made about £250 just on gold today without the other trades.
Okay. Have you ever done anything like this in the past?
I've done similar things, but it was done automatically for me.
Right. So you've never actually placed the trades yourself, no?
No.
Okay. And how are you finding placing it?
Very easy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually teaching a 6-year-old.
Now
That's how easy it is.
Yeah, I did notice that. And I noticed a comment saying that. I thought that was a joke. Okay. So, Lee, I mean, apart from anything else this weekend, you attended a live event we had this weekend.
Yeah,
And
that's correct. Yeah.
at the live event, your name went into a hat just for attending. You won $250 just for turning up.
Yeah.
So you were virtually in profit just on the basis of that. But what do you like overall in the space of the last week? How much profit do you have for the last week?
Last week was around £300 or £400.
Fantastic. Okay, Lee, thanks for that. Much appreciated.
No.
Next person I want to speak to is a lady over in Denmark. And again, we saw Sus came across from Denmark to see us this weekend for the live event that we had in the UK. Sus, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you, Roger?
I'm very well, thank you. So all back safe and sound? Yes, we can.
Yes, thank you.
Good. Okay. So, Sus, do you want to tell everybody what it is you do for a living and how long you've been involved with the company?
I'm a teacher. I'm a language teacher, and I joined the company around New Year and started trading for myself around 1st of February.
Okay. And have you ever done anything like this in the past?
Nothing. I was dead scared of it before I came upon this opportunity.
Right. And how's it working for you?
Surprisingly well. I mean, it's just copy and paste a few times a day, morning, maybe on a break or in the afternoon, because I've got a full-time job, so it needs to be quick, and it really is.
Okay. And in terms of time, how much time is it actually taking you?
Well, the actual time of placing the trades would be a couple of seconds, 2 or 3 times a day, but I can't help looking because I find it so exciting. I've stopped looking at Netflix. I prefer looking at the charts.
Okay. And in terms of profit, how's that working out?
I've doubled my account over the 3 months, and I'm still, I'm still doing that. I've put in an amount of money, first 250 euros, then a bit more, and I'm about 1,600 now after putting in 780 euros in my account.
That's fantastic. Wonderful. Thank you for that, Sus. Great figures to hear from you. Okay, I'm going to go take one more person. The next person I'm going to go to is based in the Midlands. His name's Jonathan. Jonathan Rutherford. Jonathan, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi, how you doing?
Hi, Jonathan. See, I got the location right this time.
Yeah, yeah, hi, Roger.
Okay, Jonathan, so you've been with us for what, all of 2 months now?
Yeah.
Which makes you the expert, so let's hear from you. Let's find out how it's working for you. First of all, have you ever done any trading in the past before you got involved with Kuvera?
I never did any trading whatsoever. I hadn't a clue about trading, didn't know how it worked, nothing at all, nothing.
Okay, so what is it you do for a living?
I drive a car transporter up and down the country, to Scotland, down to up from Inverness down to Cornwall, literally all the 4 points of the United Kingdom.
Now, you and I have spoken before, so I know the answer to the question, but you're literally, you don't necessarily go home every day.
No, I'm away Monday to Friday.
So how do you fit this into that kind of a schedule?
Leave the house.
How do you fit that into your time?
Because yeah, first thing in the morning, I look at my phone, see if there's any trades out that just come out, or on my breaks throughout the day, and then if there are any if there are any trades that come out, I'll just literally copy and paste them and put them on the trading platform, and off we go, and just leave them.
Okay, and how's it working out financially? Jonathan, you still with us?
Yep. Yeah, still with you. Yep.
Okay, so how's it working out financially, Jonathan?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I had a really good day yesterday.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to give us an idea of what that's working out at, just so that people can decide whether $279 is worth their while investing?
Yeah, yesterday I made 811 euros, and today I've made 469 euros.
Okay, and what's an average day for you, would you say?
I would say between 200 and 250 euros.
So a couple of good days for you already, but 250 euros a day. Fantastic stuff. Okay, so folks, I'm not going to take any more of your time with that. The idea was just to get the idea through to you about how much money is actually available and whether $279 was actually going to be a smart move for you. So let me go back now to my slideshow, and let's just take you through just a little bit more about what we do. The one thing I have to say, you've heard some stories from there, and we have to put this disclaimer on. It says, past performance does not guarantee future success. Some trades may win, some may lose, which I've already mentioned to you, showing you some of those little red crosses. The reality of it is not everything is going to win, but in general, we're finding that people are making, some are making $50 to $100 a day, some are making a couple $100 a day, or whether it be dollars, pounds, euros, whatever it may be. So I'm going to talk about the next product that we have, which does exactly the same sort of thing, but in the cryptocurrency market. So we call it Crypto One rather than FX One. If you don't know what cryptocurrency is, you've probably already heard of the most famous cryptocurrency in the world, which is called Bitcoin. Now, it may well be that if you heard of Bitcoin, you probably haven't heard great news about Bitcoin, because Bitcoin had a horrendous year last year. But we still made a bundle trading cryptocurrencies. So how do we do it? Well, first and foremost, Crypto One gives you education about how the cryptocurrency market works. It gives you analysis and research of all the various crypto coins that are on the market, and there are hundreds and thousands of them. So you need to know how this all works for you. And then, just like with the Forex alerts that tells you when to take a trade, we have crypto alerts that tell you the same sort of thing. They come through on an app on your phone and they look something like this, and there's a bunch of information on them. But essentially what it tells you is what you need to buy and where you should buy it from. It tells you when to buy it and how much you should pay for it. Then it tells you when to sell it and where you should sell it to and how much you should sell it for, and literally what kind of return you can expect to get on your investments. And we have people making hundreds of percents in profits on the various trades. Now, when these trades come through, they're all sent through by this one guy. His name's Corey Chadwick. And again, the reason we were all together this last weekend was to listen to this guy teaching us all about cryptocurrency. He'd flown over from Texas to the UK to actually have a session with a bunch of people. And we had people that literally flew from Europe, flew from Ireland, drove the length and breadth of the UK to listen to this guy talking. He's 28 years old and he's a self-made multimillionaire. In the last 2 years, he's turned $10,000 original investment into more than $18 million in a time when cryptocurrency was taking a battering and Bitcoin prices were tumbling. This guy really, really knows his stuff. In fact, these are the things that he's done for us. He's actually been with us for 12 months as a trader. In that 12 months, he sent us 29 audited trades. So that's less than 3 trades a month. And when you think that when you place one of these trades, placing one of these trades takes you a matter of a couple of minutes. So we're talking about 5 or 6 minutes a month. But if you'd followed every one of his trades over the last 12 months, you would have made more than 1,900% profit. So if you'd invested £1,000 and you'd followed every one of his trades, you'd now have £19,000. To date, he has been 100% accurate with no losing trades. Now, the price of getting involved with Crypto One is also $279.99 plus the monthly subscription. But that's not $279 for this one plus $279 for the previous one. That's for both of them put together. Again, we have to say, as much as Corey is 100% accurate, we can't say he's always going to be 100% accurate. The day will come when he's going to get something wrong. But to date, he's looking pretty good so far. So those 2 products alone are more than worth what we actually pay for it. But in addition to that, we give you a ton of other things. And I'm not going to give you details, but I'm going to give you highlights. So we also have a product called Equities and Equity Pro. That teaches you how to trade stocks and shares, and again sends you alerts on great stocks that you can buy into. Equity Pro, in fact, is the automated version, and it actually does the trading for you. We have another product called Startups, which will tell you all about new technology startup companies that you can buy into. And we're talking about companies the caliber of Snapchat, Uber, Airbnb, and people are making huge, I mean huge amounts of money investing in these when they come through. We also have a product called Money Pro and Deductor Pro, which will teach you how to manage your money, manage your finances, make sure that you're getting the best from every single penny that you already have. And Deductor Pro will make sure that you're paying the least amount of tax, which is always good news. So that's just some of the products that we have involved in teaching you how to make money with it. But what happens if you don't have any money to invest? Now, that's something that a lot of people think about, but there is a way that we can help you with that as well by having you help us. So we can teach you how to create a business for yourself by helping us to tell other people about it. Because I said to you right at the beginning of this call, chances are good that if you're listening to this call for tonight, even though Kuvera has been around since 2012 and has nearly 500,000 customers around the world, chances are good you never heard of them. The reason for that is because they don't spend a penny on advertising on TV, radio, magazines, internet, nothing. They pay people for spreading the word of mouth. The way it works is like this. Imagine this is Mary. And Mary goes out, she watches a presentation like this, and she likes what she sees, and she thinks that she can copy and paste things to make a bit of extra money. So she tells her friend Tom about it. Tom likes it as well, and Tom says he can do that. So does Jane, and so does Bob. Now, because Mary has had 3 friends who she's told about the products, she's not selling anything. She's simply just told them about an opportunity to make some money. If they decide that they want to join as well, then Kuvera will pay her subscription for her. So she doesn't have to spend anything at all to get the alerts. So rather than paying $200 a month, she's just getting that free of charge. But what happens then gets a bit better, because Tom decides, well, if Mary's not paying for it, I don't want to pay for it either. So Tom goes out and he tells 3 friends. Jane does the same, and Bob does the same. Now the company has a bunch of people who are all paying $200 a month, and a few people that are getting it free of charge. So that's their advertising budget that's paying for the people that are getting it free of charge. But in addition to that, the company wouldn't know about any of these people if it hadn't been for Mary. So the company says, okay, Mary, we're going to give you $500 a month every single month as long as these people stay in. That gives Mary some money that she can actually invest in these products and start to make a substantial extra income for herself. And if you do all that in your first 30 days, you'll actually get paid an additional $250 bonus just for doing that. Now, I got started with this company in January, New Year's Day in 2018. And I didn't have the faintest idea what any of this was all about. I'd been told this by a friend of mine who I'm going to introduce you to shortly. Loved the idea of what I saw, and I sent a message out to a bunch of people that I'd worked with in the past and said, I've just seen something that looks incredible and you should take a look at it. Give me a ring, we'll get in touch, and I'll introduce you to this guy who can explain everything for you. It took me 3 hours to find those first 3 people, so I didn't have to pay for the product. And in fact, in 11 hours, they'd all got 3 each as well. So it took 11 hours on New Year's Day to find those people. I earned $500 a month for the rest of eternity, basically. And I got an additional $250 bonus because we'd done that within the first 30 days. In fact, I'd done it in the first 11 hours. So it's really just a question of just talking to as many people as you can. And it gets better and better because we live in this connected world on the internet. Everyone knows people all over the place. So as you tell 3 people about it, the product paid for you. By the time you find 12 people, you get paid $500 a month. By the time they've all told 3 each as well, then it goes on. You get paid $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $4,500 a month. In fact, we have one guy who works with us in Mexico. He's been with us for just over 2 years now. He's called Herman. Herman is 22 years old, and last month he earned $160,000 a month just for talking to as many people as he could and spreading the word, exactly as you can see on there. So when you get started, I said to you before, the cost of the package is $299. I'm going to recap and tell you exactly what it is that you're going to get with it. So in addition to getting the Forex pack, which is the first one we talked about, you also get Crypto One. So you get all the crypto alerts. You get equities, which is the stocks and shares package. You get startups, which was the tech companies like Uber and Airbnb. You also get all the financial fitness tools when I talked about getting Money Pro to help you manage your money and Deductor Pro to keep your taxes low. We also give you your own personalized website to help you to explain this to other people, because with the best will in the world, if you're watching this for the first time and you've got to try and remember it all, you're never going to remember it. But we give you a website so that will help to explain it for you, and your own integrated and office and marketing suite in the back end to help you run it as a business, because that's precisely what this is. All of that comes out at just $279.99 to get started and $199 a month. But remember what we said, find 3 people, you don't pay the $199 a month. And all of the people that we spoke to before, in addition to actually making some money out of Forex, they've all got their 3 people in there. So none of them are actually paying for the alerts that are coming through. So the profit potential is phenomenal. Now, when you get started, we don't just leave you alone. We don't just say, that's it, happy days, go and figure it out for yourself. We teach you step by step. So the first thing they would give you is a Pinnacle of Success training manual. That teaches you how to get started. It tells you how to set everything up, both in writing and videos as well, that will guide you step by step along the way. We teach you a proven system that will have you making money very, very quickly. You get all the coaching and all the support that you need. If you need any help, there are people on hand close on 24 hours a day to help you with the business. It literally works for absolutely everyone, from absolute beginners with no experience whatsoever to people who've maybe tried something similar in the past and not succeeded, and right through to people who've got the most limited of computer or marketing skills. Anyone can make this one work. What it really means is that possibly for the first time, you've now got access to the same kind of education, coaching, and mentorship that's actually going to create 6- and 7-figure earners all around the world. And as I said to you before, we have people all around the world on the call. So right now, I'm going to stop this again, and I'm going to introduce you to a few people that are building this on a business basis who can tell you exactly how it's going for them. And the first person I'm going to talk to is someone who's also not been with us for very long, but she's already making a little bit of a splash here in the UK. Her name's Sharon Parkinson. As it happens, she lives probably only about a mile away from herself. So Sharon, can you hear me?
I can.
Head out the window and shout. So Sharon, do you want to tell everyone what your background is, first of all, and how you came to get involved with Kuvera?
Well, my background is IT and telecoms, so that's where I've come from. But I have been working online for about 4 years now, so doing various things, mostly in cryptocurrency. But I have heard of Forex quite a lot, and I'd kind of resisted it for a long time. But it's become it's more popular at the moment. So I thought, well, because Simon was doing it, and Simon's my sponsor, so I thought I'd take a closer look, and okay. I like what I see.
Okay. Now, when it comes to building a team, that's something that you do have a bit more experience of, and you're building a crazy team at the moment in a very short space of time. Do you want to tell people how that's going for you?
Well, yeah, to be honest, for the first couple of weeks when I got started, I didn't actually do anything. I was busy with another business that I needed just to tidy up. But I went to see Simon and Julie, and they gave me a challenge to say, look, you need to be a business builder before we get to the KISS event that happened at the weekend. Right. So I just said, well, what do I need to do? And he just told me, go and speak to as many people as you can, which I did. And within the first, I think it was 2.5 weeks, we got 18 people.
Right.
To get started.
Okay, that's fantastic. So 18 people. So that meant you qualified for the business builder. So that meant you earned the $500 a month.
Yeah.
But you also did that inside your first 30 days, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so that means that there's a $250 bonus as well. So
yeah.
it's $750, and it costs you $280 to get started. So the business is profitable already.
Yeah.
But that $500 a month is now going to come forever, and you're just building to build that up.
Yeah, just helping the team now to start getting their free effectively, really, and share it with other people. So it's not hard, like you say. Most people probably feel it's a bit scary, but you just get them on these videos, and you do all the work. So thank you for that.
Now, you're welcome. Now, when you build your team, you don't go out talking to family and friends about this or anything like that, do you?
I never speak to my family or friends because they don't understand what I'm doing. So I'd rather not go down that route, to be honest.
How are you finding people?
I use social media, Facebook. I do have a mailing list that I've built up over the years. So it's just connections and people getting to know you and like you and trust you.
Okay, fantastic. That's all we needed to know. Thanks for that, Sharon.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, so just taking a quick look around now, and I've got to see, looking for someone else. The next person I want to see, if I can see him, is there. There he is. Okay, next person I want to see is the first person I saw doing a presentation like this. He's based over on the Wirral, and his name is Simon Kendrick. when I first joined the business, I was told to watch a video that did an explanation, something like the one that I've just done. This was the guy who hosted it, and that's what made me say, yes, I wanted to know more about it. This guy now has a global business in his own right. He has distributors on how many continents? 5? So it can't be much more than 5, can it? We haven't got that many to go with. But Simon, tell everybody about your business.
Okay, hey, how can you hear me okay, Rog?
Yep, we can.
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Thanks for taking the time out to join us this evening. My name's Simon Kendrick, and I just want to give a massive shout out, really, first, before I go into my story, to all the distributors who have partnered with us, all the rank advances that we've seen this month, all the people crushing it with the services, absolutely fantastic to witness. And for you new people, what you'll find out about me is that I'm out there, as we all are, to go and help as many people as we can become financially fit. And that's the be-all and end-all of this at the end of the day. People would have heard me say it at the event, making profits is great, and I'm all for that, otherwise I wouldn't be here. But it's what those profits are enabling people to do in their personal lives. So a little bit about me. I'm ex-military. I served in the military for 10 years. I loved it. I met some great people. I grew up because I had to. And then unfortunately for me, my career was cut short for a medical condition the Navy already knew I had before I joined up. Go figure that. So they allowed me to serve 10 years. They allowed me to get promoted. And then they said, sorry, son, we've got to let you go. So that was a bit of a kick in the teeth that someone else had control of my future. So I left the military in 2011. I became a private armed security guard, protecting vessels against piracy attacks. Very dangerous job. It paid well. But then the threat shifted from piracy to terrorists because of a war going on between Yemen and Saudi Arabia. I won't go into too much detail of that. But they weren't willing, the company I was contracted to, they weren't willing to match the threat with the pay. So again, you know, my worth was being dictated to by someone else, and I didn't agree with that. And at that time, I was already involved in a previous company, wasn't my passion, but at that time, I was beginning to question my next move. And thankfully, and I do say thankfully, Kuvera was put in front of me. And all I did, ladies and gents, was watch something very, very similar that you guys are watching now. I absorbed all the information, and then I went and visited a guy who I'm pretty sure you're going to hear off in a minute. He's my mentor. We've become very, very close friends. I asked him a few questions. Well, if you can take one tip away from me from this call tonight is, if you want to be in a situation, or if you want the thing that you want in your life, then go and ask the questions to the people who are at those places now, or who've got the things that you want. I hope that makes sense. Go and ask the questions, the relevant questions to the people who have been there, done it, and walked the walk, and haven't just talked the talk. So since I've been involved since June 2017, like Roger said, I've got teams growing all over the world. And I'd like to give them a massive shout out as well, because they're out there every day building businesses, but more so passing the message to people that, look, there is a better way if you're open to it. And that's the key here, if you're open to it. And, you know, everybody's winning. And that's all I care about, is that people are winning. You know, they're making a difference, not in their own lives, but lives around the world. And there's no better feeling than that. That is priceless. Okay, cheers, Roger.
Thanks a lot, Simon. Okay, folks, the last person I want to introduce you to is a personal friend of mine. I've known this guy now for 29 years, and he's been in this industry for a little over 30 years, 31 years now, in fact. In that 31 years, he's become one of the top 100 earners in the industry worldwide of all time. As I said, personal friend of mine, and he was the reason that I came back to this business. It was purely a matter of saying that if I was going to come into a business like this, there was only one guy I was going to work with. His name's Simon Brooks. Simon, can you hear me?
I can. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hello, everybody around the world. Wow, wow, wow. Is this a phenomenal business or a phenomenal business? As Roger quite rightly said, I've been in the industry for over 31 years. I've done all the pills, potions, lotions, tablets, skincare, face cream, coffee, and all the rest of it. But I've never, ever seen an opportunity as exciting as this one. Why is that the case? If you were to get a load of the products of these pills, potions, lotions, and everything else, and hawk them around to your friends and family, you've got to sell bucket loads to make any sort of money. You take the person that you heard of before, like Jonathan Rutherford, he's making fortunes, and that's part-time. All these people are doing it part-time. We had an event at the weekend, and it was packed. And we booked another event for the 9th of June. Phoned up and spoke to the hotel today because so many people stayed overnight, and we've got so many people that want to stay overnight at the next one, the rooms are sold out. So we had to move the venue to the 30th of June to get everybody in. Guys, we abuse the word fun. Now, you've heard people on this call saying, I've got people in this country, and you're possibly sat there thinking, I don't know people in those countries, nor did the people that's on the call. How does it work? You might introduce your neighbor next door to you who knows their auntie in a different country, who knows their relative in a different country. That's how this business works. It's a referral business. It's where it's not just you, it's you and people that they know and they know and they know. That's why it's called multi-level marketing. It's not just one person. The late John Paul Getty said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 men's efforts than 100% of my own. That's the smart way. See, there's basically predominantly two major ways of making money in the world. Number one, 99% of the population earn what's called a linear income. That's where they exchange 40 hours of their hard-earned week for a lousy pay packet. That's what most people do. The 1% of the world's wealth earn a residual income, and these are people like songwriters, musicians, authors, sponsors, these types of people, which is where they do work once and they get paid for it time after time after time after time. Like the guy Sylvester Stallone. He made the film Rocky. Now, Rocky was made in the late 70s. Every single minute of the day when that's shown somewhere around the world, Sylvester Stallone earns a royalty. Yet he only worked it once. That's the similar concept to what we do. We work it once and we get paid for life. You cannot beat that. You cannot beat that. Now, a lot of people say to me, oh, Simon, you should be on television. But they don't mean earning a royalty. They mean as interference. But it's like, I'm not an actor. I can't be doing an actor. Guys, that was a joke. If you want to let your face into the secret, you can smile. But yeah, so the point of the issue is that everybody can do this business. All they need is a few ingredients. Number one, they must have red blood. Number two, they must breathe oxygen. Number three, they must have internet access. If that's the case, they can crush it. We've got people in over 100 countries around the world. So do not be thinking this is just a little rinky-dink opportunity that's just in your local village, your local town, your local city, your local country. This is global. This business works 100% of the time for 100% of the people that give it a time. My time's up. Roger, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Simon. It was nearly a joke anyway. Okay, guys, so you've heard from a lot of people there and you've heard a lot of stuff. The facts are very simple. We have a simple business. All that you need to do is use your mobile phone, get some alerts sent to one app on your phone, take the information that comes in that, copy it, paste it into another one, you get paid. You get paid every day, go straight into your own account every single day. No one can take it off you. There's no waiting for it or anything else. It's very simple, and you've heard some very exciting people. What I would suggest you do right now is get back to the person who invited you to listen to this call and say to them, let me in. I want to do it. Doesn't matter if you don't know what it is. We're going to teach you anyway. We're going to teach you everything you need to know. Now, we do this call every single week, but next week we have a special call because next Tuesday, I said to you before that we had the young guy that came across to the UK last weekend, 28 years old, made $18 million in the last 2 years trading cryptocurrency. And I didn't even know what cryptocurrency was this time last year I did, but January of last year, didn't know what it was. This guy is absolutely astonishing. Next Tuesday, he's going to give us an hour of his time to explain exactly what it is. So if you don't know what it is, bring as many people as you can and listen to him and let him explain why it's such a phenomenal opportunity for you for the coming weeks, months, and years. We'll do the same call again next Wednesday, and I'll explain the business to anyone that you care to bring along. You don't have to know anything yourself. Just ask people to watch this. I'll do the talking for you. I'll explain the whole thing. You get paid for it. Simple as that, folks. Thanks for listening to everybody. Get back to the person who invited you to the call. We'll see you again same time next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.